Good morning, Corey.
Good morning, Michelle.
Let's go again.
Welcome to the headquarters of the human resistance.
Where's my hair?
That was really good. My pulse is racing right now.
Hey guys, so I just watched the trailer for Bugonia, you know, the new Yorgos Lanthimos movie with Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons, and wow, this one's definitely something else. Like, it's one of those trailers that grabs you instantly and makes you go, wait, did I really just see that? And honestly, that's kind of the Lanthimos effect, right? His movies always make you feel like you've stepped into some strange, parallel universe that's half familiar but also really unsettling. So, let's start with the very beginning. The trailer kicks off with this buzzing swarm of bees. At first, it just looks like a nature shot, nothing too wild. But then you hear Jesse Plemons' voice whispering, "The bees, they're dying." And that line immediately sets the tone. It's eerie, it's cryptic, and you just know we're not dealing with a normal story here. And because it's Lanthimos, you can already sense he's using something as simple as bees to open the door to bigger, darker ideas. Like environmental collapse, the fragility of nature, maybe even how society ignores problems until it's too late. The bees aren't just bees here, they're a warning. Then, boom, we get introduced to Emma Stone's character, Michelle Fuller. She's this powerful CEO dressed in sleek suits, radiating that untouchable corporate boss energy. It's the perfect setup, because you instantly get the vibe that she's the queen bee in this hive of capitalism. And then, out of nowhere, she gets kidnapped by these two conspiracy-obsessed guys. And what do they do first? They shave her head, right there, on screen. One single take. And let's pause for a second here, because Emma Stone actually shaved her head for this role. No wig, no editing tricks, just straight-up clippers to the scalp. That's some serious dedication. And honestly, she looks incredible. Not just in a brave actress kind of way, but in a wow. She totally transforms into this new version of herself kind of way. What about you guys? Would you ever shave your head for a role or just for fun? Drop your answers below, because I feel like that's one of those wild would you or wouldn't you kind of questions. So here's where it gets even more interesting. These kidnappers believe Michelle isn't even human. To them, she's an alien in disguise, like some queen bee alien that's controlling the world through corporate power. Suddenly, the bees, the dying planet, the queen metaphor, it all starts to click. It's satire, it's sci-fi, it's dark comedy. It's a total genre mashup. And only Yorgos Lanthimos could pull something like this off without it collapsing into complete nonsense. Now, let's talk about performances, because even from just the trailer, the acting is electric. Emma Stone is giving us this raw, stripped-down version of herself. No glam, no distraction, just pure intensity. She's cold, fierce, and totally magnetic. The shaved head just adds to that sense that she's been stripped of her old identity and is stepping into something new. And then we have Jesse Plemons. Man, this guy is so good at walking the line between creepy and sympathetic. From Breaking Bad to I'm Thinking of Ending Things, he's mastered that unsettling vibe. In Bugonia, he feels like this guy you don't know whether to fear, pity, or maybe even root for. And that ambiguity is exactly what makes him so perfect for Lanthimos' world. Now, early reactions are already rolling in, and some critics aren't fully sold. The big criticism? Style over substance. People are saying it looks gorgeous, it's weird in all the right ways, but maybe it's missing that deep emotional punch. And honestly, that's a fair point. Lanthimos can lean heavy on aesthetics and atmosphere. Sometimes that works perfectly, like in The Favorite. Other times it feels a bit too cold, like he's keeping you at arm's length. So, will Bugonia give us just a beautifully shot metaphor, or will it actually hit us in the gut with some real emotional depth? That's the big question. And here's where things get even trickier. Bugonia isn't an original story. It's actually a remake of a Korean cult classic called Save the Green Planet. If you haven't seen it, that movie was bonkers. Like, wild tonal shifts, over-the-top characters, but also this surprisingly emotional core that punched you in the stomach by the end. People loved it because it was unpredictable, messy, and heartfelt all at once. So naturally, fans of the original are worried, will Bugonia capture that same chaotic spirit and emotional weight? Or will it just be a slick, stylish version that plays it safer? What do you think? Should remakes stick closely to the original, or should directors have the freedom to totally reinvent them? For me personally, I think even if it doesn't reach the same emotional heights as Save the Green Planet, it's still going to be worth watching. Why? Because it's Yorgos Lanthimos. This is the guy who gave us The Lobster, The Favourite, Poor Things. Even his weaker films are still fascinating and different from anything else out there. And honestly, that's half the fun of his movies. You don't just watch them, you experience them. You talk about them, you argue about them, and weeks later you're still unpacking what you saw. Oh, and for those wondering, the runtime is about 117 minutes. So nearly 2 hours of B-filled, conspiracy-driven chaos. Long enough for the weirdness to breathe, but short enough to hopefully stay tight. So here's my quick recap of what stood out the most. Emma Stone's fearless buzz-cut CEO look. The eerie kidnapping setup. Totally intriguing. The bee symbolism. Yeah, it's a little obvious, but it works. The mix of tones. Dark, funny, and unsettling in all the right ways. The one worry. Style over substance might hold it back. But overall, I'm hyped. Nervous, but hyped. So what about you? Does this trailer get you excited, or are you a little skeptical? Do you think Emma Stone absolutely nailed the shaved head look? And for those of you who've seen Save the Green Planet, do you think this version has a chance of living up to it, or do you think people are going to walk out comparing every scene? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I really want to know how you're all feeling about this one. Alright, that's it from me for now. Thanks for hanging out and chatting about Bugonia. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit like, share your thoughts below, and of course, subscribe for more movie talk. See you in the next one. And hey, watch out for those bees.